Hello, welcome to Ed Media. So recently, a beta for Sonic Racing Crossworlds released over the weekend. I may or may not have stayed up every night playing it, but that's besides the point. Anyways, this beta was the second network test released for the game, as the first released all the way back in February, which I got to play for by the way. Now that I've participated in the newest one, what exactly changed? Did it get better? Well, let's go over that today. I'm gonna go over the same categories I went in the last beta review along with one more category looking over basic improvements and such. So let's get started. We already went over the content in the last network test, so what got added here? Well, actually not everything from the beta came back. One track that didn't return was Ocean View, which was kinda sad because I was trying to master a shortcut that I couldn't last time, but whatever. That's really the only thing that didn't come back. First, let's go over the new vehicles. Not gonna lie, I don't really care for the default vehicle since I always make my own custom one. And they end up looking better than the originals because I'm just like that. So didn't pay attention to new default vehicles to use, but they did add a new vehicle type, the boost vehicles, aka the extreme gear. Now these things are fun as hell. Let me go over the other vehicles before I explain how these are great. I never went over these last reviews, so let's do it right now. There's a speed vehicle, and essentially, it has the highest speed than other vehicles but are harder to control and drift. Acceleration vehicles achieve their highest speed faster than other vehicles, but in turn their highest speed is not the fastest. Handling cars are better to control with the drift and such, but I don't remember if they had low speed or low strength. And power vehicles are stronger than the other cars, but they're way slower. So what's the deal with the boost gears? Essentially, they rely on the boosts since without them, you're pretty slow. That may sound bad, but these technical strategies make them more fun and challenging to use. And plus, there are so many opportunities to boost. There's boost pads already, the boost hoops, the drift boost, the wisp boost, which are easy to get. Yeah, you're gonna be fine. Drift boosts are the key though. It may be hard to master, but it's fun to master it too. Now I don't know if it controls similar to the Riders game since I never paid one, but it doesn't stand out too much, so it controls similarly to the cars, but it's still unique. Now on to the new characters, which is 4. Now these 3 characters are having their big comeback right now. I'm talking about the Babylon Rogues. Yup, they're all playable, and that's really peak. You already know I mained Jet. So yeah, this truly is the comeback for the Babylons and the Riders games in general. Another racer we got was Joker from the Persona series. Except he wasn't playable until his festival event, consisting of you touching other players. Yeah, what a productive event. Nothing like giving one of your teammates a good back shot to help them in the race. Totally great. After the event, he was still playable. We also got some new tracks for the game. Along with everything in the closed beta test except Ocean View, we have the addition of 4 tracks. Apodos, Sandhill, Mystic Jungle, and Colorful Mall. These batch of tracks are definitely peak. Especially Apodos and Sandhill. We also got 2 new Crossworlds. I think all the Crossworlds from the closed beta test returned. So 2 new Crossworlds is fine, I guess. I definitely would have preferred more though, considering the 2 new ones were less frequently available than the ones that were available last test. But the 2 new Crossworlds are Halaska and Dragon Road. Unleash recognition is literally being fed, and I ain't complaining. These Crossworlds are really peak, I love both of them. I definitely prefer Dragon Road more though. So one last thing we gotta go through is the modes. The closed beta test only had online mode available. This time, we had Grand Prix, Time Trial, and online mode available. Grand Prix is the main mode, with 3 races and a final race featuring all previous tracks, along with a rival racer for you to face off of, which definitely shakes things up along with providing dialogue for the characters, which is peak. I didn't use much of Time Trial, but I used it a couple times and it was good for what it was. It was fun, just not something I'm actively excited for. It was what it was. The online mode didn't have too many changes except for Sunday where the Festival Joker event commenced where you do the touching game. The festival was fine, it was fun for what it was, but you couldn't access the world matches, which is the infinitely better mode. Like teams in touching is cool, but world match has the pizzazz. There was also challenges you could do, essentially the mission mode, where you get basic tasks like getting special items 10 times or using a certain gadget ability 10 times, defeating a rival 5 times, and others. For completing these you get titles to flex in the world match. Overall, great content present here. We have a variety of stuff to do and a lot of stuff to lay with. Really fun. I give it a 10 out of 10, which makes me infinitely more excited for the actual game release. We are not showering with this one. So, I already talked about the basic gameplay in the previous beta test video, but that video doesn't have the best quality, so I'll just give a quick recap if you're new. Basically, in a race, it's pretty normal with shortcuts being able to be pulled off with either different pathways and portals or using a boost item to cut corners. Honestly really fun. The first lap consists of the track you chose, with the second lap being a Crossworld, essentially a special track that is way more chaotic than a normal track. After completing the crossword, you enter the final lap, which is the regular track you chose now with more special items and dash pads. During a race track, your vehicle can transform in segments by either getting airplane parts and soaring through the sky, or getting surf parts and being able to ride the waves of the water and having the ability to jump. Overall, the race along with the new items and power-ups emphasizes chaos and havoc. Now that we got the brief gameplay out of the way, let's go over some changes in the gameplay. So from the online matches, everything seems to have been given more control. The first beta test was too chaotic for my liking. It was less fun and more frustrating. But with some changes in this beta, the chaos has died down a bit but is still present, which gives a really fun experience. And by the way, the online matches have exclusive tracks while also containing races available in the Grand Prix. Half the reason why I choose the online mode is so I can play those tracks not available on the Grand Prix. But for some reason, people want to choose the tracks from the Grand Prix. So not only am I getting my ass beat and bullied, I'm doing it in a stage I've already played a million times and more. Like, why are we choosing the E-Stadium? It's so bland, like focus. The extreme gear are also really great, as they encourage you to boost, which is the best way to get the top speed. These are perfect for boosts and are more technical than the race cars, which causes them to be really fun to master. The Grand Prix has the 3-race structure with a rival that targets and taunts you, while providing commentary when you pass them. The addition of the rival makes the gameplay of the Grand Prix feel really fun. Time trials also have a fun gameplay loop, as you must do your best to be fast while also begin given boost wisps to time your boosts correctly. And Festival, despite my jokes about touching, is an adequate mode. Emphasizing the teamwork, it's fun to work together with your partners and repeatedly bump into each other to not only score a point, but also fill the bar up to be given a boost. All these modes and vehicles offer diverse ways of playing the game and is overall really fun. Not to mention the challenges that require you to try out new gadgets and stuff. Really, to give my overall thoughts of the game, it's really fun and fast-paced, pure chaos and more emphasis on going crazy. Gameplay is a 10 out of 10. So really, what are my general thoughts in the game so far? I've already mentioned it many times already, but I really love this game. Like I said, with the balance changes added, it feels less frustrating and emphasizes chaos, which is really fun in these race tracks. All the different vehicles and characters different players add is just so fun to see being out into action in the online mode. I do wish we had access to more than one Grand Prix, but the online mode made it up for it like 1,000 times. Though the things I do hate are just tiny nitpicks, like why the track chosen in online mode is to choose a random player's choice instead of doing it fairly, in which we vote which one we want and the one with the most votes is the track we race in. I also want a way where we can control the crossworlds we have a chance of getting. There are some crossworlds I got either too many times or is just boring, like Roulette Road. I'd like a way where we can choose the crossworlds that have a chance of being chosen. I'm very excited for the full release of the game. The game is shaping up to be the peak racer of the year. Though I don't have a Switch 2, so I can't really decide that. Overall, this beta test vastly improved over the last one. Like mentioned, the balance changes along with the new things being available was fun as hell. I give the beta test a 10 out of 10. I'm so excited for what's next for this game. So that's the beta test for you. Overall, really fun preview for Sonic Racing Crossworlds. This game is a day one buy. I'm so excited. Anyways, Thanks for watching. Comment your thoughts below. Like and subscribe por favor. Goodbye.